Today we're going to be looking at some very petty people.
My husband and I separated after a difficult 6 months of me going through chemo for blood cancer.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, gosh. Soon after we separated, his many flings and affairs came to surface.
Ooh.
Why not just keep it in your pants while your partner's going
through the
chemo?
worst time of her life.
I emptied all his cycling shorts out onto the floor, turned them inside out, stormed into the kitchen, grabbed a spicy chili pepper, sliced it in half, and proceeded to rub the chili into every spongy crevice of the inside cushioning of the cycling shorts. For those that don't know, cyclists don't wear any underwear under the lycra.
Right.
I then folded all the shorts up nicely and placed them back in the drawer. For good measure, I also dunked his toothbrush into the toilet after I had a wee.
Do you want to know something? I can't even have a go at you. If you're going through cancer and your husband's cheating on you, he's a scumbag. That reminds me of a cheating video we watched a few months ago, basically where a guy was on a date with a girl and he was basically caught up in a cheating sting operation. His wife was down to stage 4 cancer. Why would you kick somebody down whenever they're already feeling down? I will not lie, my mum definitely did this to my dad, both things. What's going on with cyclists cheating in their wives? Does that mean like his willy's gonna be a bit stingy? I mean, I can't say he doesn't deserve it. The old revenge tactics are the best. Honestly, if you ever want to get petty revenge and someone, get it from an adult. Literally talk to them about it and they'll give you the best tips. There's really small things that you can do which completely ruin somebody's life. Stealing cutlery, hiding stuff. I feel like my generation's version of petty revenge is probably like keying their car. That'll get you put into prison. However, you can do stuff like that woman done. Imagine having a stingy willy.
I somehow have beef with someone at work over a parking spot
Okay.
that he has generated in his own mind. Let me explain to you what I mean. So when I come to work, you know, I basically kind of park, like, basically how my job is set up, there's a building, and then there's parking spots, like parking lots on the other side of that building. So I just prefer to park in the back lots, just because, you know, I don't like it when a lot of cars are parked around me. I like my car to be a little bit further from the building, so that's just where I parked. First couple of days, parked normally, parked in this spot. Then after those days, there was a truck who started to park in this specific spot, and the spot that I'm parked in is all the way in the back, and then like also like right at the end of all the, you know what I mean?
Kinda,
now, do
yeah.
I mind that this car parks in this spot? No, I'm still gonna park in the same area because I like parking in the same area. But he just so happens to park there. So what do? I just park my car next to him. Apparently, he's got an issue with that.
Why?
And I know you're probably like, how do you know he has an issue with that? Well, proceeding after that, I started to notice his car in that particular spot was getting further and further and further over the line to park. So he's basically taking up 2 spaces. Now, me, at first, I was like, well, maybe he's just running late. But, you know, it's been a week of this happening now. And I'm like, all right, I mean, you can park crazy if you want to. I'm just going to park on the other side of your car. Or I'm just going to park, like, on the other side of the vehicle. Like, it's not that serious. Y'all, yesterday, when I was sitting in my car, because he had left for lunch, so because I was already gone for lunch. Then I came back, he was gone, so I parked my car in that spot because he wasn't there. He came back. Do you know what this man proceeded to do? He locked his car and set the alarm off. He walked away as his car alarm is blaring because he saw me. You can clearly see me in my car. And I was like, how old are you? And you know what? Today I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt because today he was parked crazy. I was like, awesome. He's not parked crazy in that spot. He's actually taking up just one spot that he needs to. I've parked on the other side of him, whatever, calling it a day. I basically, on my lunch break, go get something and come back. Let me show y'all how he parked. When I got back. Like, are we
That
5?
is ridiculous.
Are we 5? This is how you parked in order to prevent me from taking up one of these parking spots. And now me, because I'm super petty, of course I was just going to park in this, in the spot that I wanted to park where you can clearly see my car. Of course I was just going to park there. So now I know that when he comes back out, he's going to see that my car is parked here and he is going to lose his ever-loving mind. And when I tell you that makes me smile, Also, yes, I have taken photos of his truck parked this way. I also took a picture of the license plate. So if there's any damage, just like this entire time, you won't be hearing from me because, again, this is a beef you have in your head. I haven't, contacted you about the spot. I haven't left you notes. I haven't bothered you about the spot. If you've parked here, I've parked somewhere else. I just don't get why you don't want me parking here. But guess what? One of the things that I don't do with men is listen. So... But yeah, I basically took a picture of the car and then I took a picture of the license plate. So if there's any damage, again, like I said, he won't be hearing from me. He'll be hearing from the police. he'll be hearing from the police. Because if there's any damage on my car, baby.
All I'm gonna say is quite clearly that man is mentally unstable. Why is he beefing you over a parking spot? And yet again, whenever she showed the way he was parked, I was shocked. Like, this is a fully grown man. Leave a therapist business card in his windshield for him to unpack that trigger and ego trip he is on. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what he's so triggered about. Is he triggered because like a woman is parked next to him? Like, the way he's parking is ridiculous. You should talk to HR. It might seem small to you, but obviously it's big to him and he might get aggressive. Stay safe. I mean, yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned if he's reacting that way over a parking spot. Like, it's just the fact that he's parking like that. Like, that's ridiculous. Who in the right mind's gonna park like that? Like, that's just stupid. I don't know. Something's going on there. Maybe he's got like an obsession with you and he secretly hates you but loves you. Like, that's just not normal. 2 words, tow truck. I mean, could a tow truck even tow his vehicle? I understand he's parked like an idiot, but like, can they actually do that? I'm just so confused as to why he's parking like that. Is the man mentally okay? Boyfriend couldn't stop liking half-naked pictures of other women, so I posted one myself. Alright, my boyfriend has started following a lot of Instagram women. Not regular ones, I don't mind, no, but particularly the ones in lingerie with their asses out. Even was watching their OnlyFans. Oh my god. Yeah, this is something you need to stop. I told him it made me uncomfortable and to stop, but his response was, it's just Instagram, you're doing too much. It's not that serious. And he kept doing it. Well, I posted some pictures of me in a G-string bikini, ass out and all. He saw it and started freaking out, slamming doors and yelling. He was like, ew, you don't respect yourself, girls who do that are hoes. That's embarrassing. I don't want my GF doing that, bro. That's weird. And he is mad, like really mad. He told me to take it down and I said, no, isn't this what you like to see? And his response was, you're in a relationship, why would you do that? And I said, I'm only posting what you like. After I said that, he started ignoring me. It's been hours and honestly, I don't care. I don't feel bad at all. For months I was uncomfortable and asked him to stop and he couldn't, so yeah, now he's a victim of a crime he participates in. People always have this conversation about, boundaries in relationships. Is it okay for another boy to like another girl's photo? Put it this way, if it's like a celebrity or like a close friend, I don't think I would have an issue. I've never been in a relationship. However, if they're following certain accounts like that, the OnlyFans girl, to me that kind of does count as cheating. Normally I would say that's childish, but yeah, no. You gave him a different perspective. I take it even further and now say other men like him can follow you and like your pics. I mean, do you want to know something? If I were, I'd also go for his DMs and see he's talking to. If he's reacting like that, something tells me he's hiding something. For your next act of petty revenge, dump him, lol. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, by the sounds of it, he seems a bit cuckoo. It'd probably be best if you two weren't together.
Sip the tea while I spill it.
Everybody's falling in love and I'm falling behind.
Sometimes I feel like people don't watch these videos before they post them. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have shot that, which I wouldn't, but if that were me, but it wouldn't be, would have filmed the video, and then you're gonna watch it back and make sure that everything is good before you post it, right? So whenever you're watching it back, you don't see what she was doing. Very quickly, let's admire his response, because we're all still triggered from that one video, right? Where she's filming her best friend and her boyfriend playing around like brother and sister. You know where I'm going. Whenever the best friend jumps into their arms, you'll watch him like make sure she's caught and then kind of move his hand to where it's very visible and not in a bad place. But if you watch her, she's just gazing lovingly into his eyes and trying her best to pull him in. He starts to like turn his head and he's kind of like pulling away from her. And she keeps like going in closer and then finally she like puts her head on her best friend's head. If I would have saw that, knuckle sandwich city, baby. This time, we're not traumatized by the man. Whoa. We're traumatized by Bestie for good and obvious reasons. I feel like we should all learn from this, okay? To start paying very close attention to the people who are closest to us. Because I'm sure that this is not an isolated incident. Maybe like her trying to seek out ways that she can touch him. Like running up for a hug, hugging a little bit too long, touching his arm a little bit too much during a conversation. The little discreet thing that you would never think twice about. Start thinking twice. And friend, have a conversation with your girl. And if she does not receive that conversation, well, find a new best friend.
Something tells me that that girl might have a little bit of a crush on her friend's boyfriend. The poor man was screaming for help. I actually kind of feel bad for him, because I feel like if he brought it up to his girlfriend might have a go and be like, oh my god, relax, you know, she's just being friendly. But I think the best friend might have different motives behind that. Who even proposed I make that video? That'll add some more clarity. Something tells me it was definitely the best friend. Like, I feel like she was probably like, oh my god, it would be such a funny and cute video if we done this. Like, let's do it. Bro, I dropped the friend who wanted to be the friend who's always the third wheel and said our relationship. No. Exactly, in this relationship, there's two people. It's already a bit crowded. We don't need a third person.
You don't like your boyfriend seeing me braless in the dorm? Then he won't. I live in a college dorm on an all-female floor. I usually wear a bra if leaving the dorm building, but I'm not going to put a bra on under my shirt just to walk down the hall to the bathroom. A few days ago, I left my room and walked 10 yards down the hall to the water fountain, refilled my water bottle, and went back to my room. I was wearing a white tank top and no bra. The tank top was fitted but not see-through, so you could see only the outline of my... There was a small group of people hanging out in the hall outside of a few of the rooms, but I didn't think much of it until around half an hour later when I got a knock on the door from one of the girls I'd seen in the hall. She said something to the effect of, quote, "Hey, so sorry to ask you this, but if you go out into the hall again, could you put a bra on? My boyfriend's out there and he was staring a little. So... ... I'm super non-confrontational, so I was like, yeah, sure, sorry about that. And for the rest of that night, anytime I left my room, I put a bra or sweater on. And that was the end of it. Or so I thought. The next day, my roommate told me she'd overheard the girl telling a few of her friends about the incident while in the bathroom. She said the girl was making it sound like I'd been purposefully trying to seduce her boyfriend. Wearing
No one
basically
wants your
nothing,
boyfriend.
taking my time at the water fountain, posing to push out my the whole works. When she left the bathroom, my roommate said the girl was actually acting it out at the water fountain, pretending to be me. That night, I passed the girl and some of her friends on my way to go brush my teeth. I wasn't wearing a bra. I was already in my pajamas. The girl looked pointedly down at my chest and all of them started giggling. But the last straw was when the entire dorm got an email from the RA yesterday saying she'd gotten some anonymous complaints about people dressing inappropriately in the hallways and asking that we all just make sure we're keeping things covered up. So here's where I got my petty little revenge. I knew that the girl's boyfriend doesn't go to college here. The girl and I were in the same orientation group and chatted a bit back then. I also knew that due to the pandemic, we aren't allowed to have non-student/family guests in the dorms this year. So I used the same anonymous complaint form to issue a complaint about people bringing their off-campus boyfriends into our dorm and them not wearing a mask. Masks are mandatory in the hallways, although not frequently enforced. This morning, the RA emailed again, saying that due to an anonymous complaint, they'd be enforcing the no off-campus guest rule by checking IDs of unfamiliar guests to make sure they were students from then on. Really, this girl should be thanking me. If she was concerned about her boyfriend seeing the vague outline of my in the dorm hallways, she no longer needs to worry.
Cool. I think she handled it perfectly. That's
I
exactly what
love
you do.
this.
I was scared for a second that she was going to say, oh, I found the boyfriend and I sent him a picture of my like that's where my mind went. And I was like, too petty, don't do it. Damn, I wish, oh my God, what if they broke up and she like, but then they'd have a reason. You don't want to give him a reason.
You don't ever want to give him a reason.
I mean, I'm kind of with you. You know, I was thinking, oh god, imagine if she like went up and flashed her boob. What I'm getting from that is that her boyfriend was looking at her. That's your boyfriend's fault. That's not her fault. That reminds me of a video seen a while ago where Karen got angry at two young girls for being at the beach in the bikini because like it was distracting her husband. And it's like you're at a beach, like you're gonna wear a bathing suit in a bikini. That's the whole point of being at a beach. To me, it sounds like that boy's girlfriend is a little territorial and a little insecure. Seeing as how the dorms is basically her home, she should be able to dress however she's comfy. Exactly, like I was literally thinking that she was gonna be walking around completely naked, but she wasn't. I'd be telling the person that if the person you was with is staring at me, that's not my problem, talk to them, not me. Exactly, he's the one who couldn't keep his eyes off her. Like, how's that her fault? It's not her fault that she looks stunning. The audacity of some people, man. What I think is so funny about the whole situation is the fact that no boyfriends are allowed into the dorms now. She was sneaking a boyfriend in, and now because of the way she acted, all people are banned. So she's caused a load of issues for herself and now for everybody else. But anyways, guys, that's really it for the video there. That's some petty revenge. If we see like more petty people, let me know, definitely will. Respect, subscribe, and see you all tomorrow for another video.